Bonsoir mes chers amis, this is Llyane Stanfield and you can find me at parisianfrench.com. Today I would like to talk about the word key and how do we use it in a sentence. It's a little tricky and surprising on the way to use this word, and especially if you're a beginner, it's a little confusing, but here I am explaining it to you. And of course, I want you to first imagine that you are in Paris, that you go on your favorite street, and you have the most fun at your favorite cafe, or whatever it is that you like, that you would like to do there, and visiting places and making friends and really exploring the lifestyle, and seeing it, trying it on to see how that would work for you. So this said, keep that in mind, that this is where you're going. And now I'm going to give you the word key in a sentence, a few sentences, but so that you will see how to use it as more of a beginner or a little bit more advanced. So let's imagine that you have a book on the table and you'd say, Je vois un livre, il est sur la table. I see a book, it is on the table, or the book is on the table. Je vois un livre, le livre est sur la table. So as you notice, you can create this context by repeating the word le livre. Even if you say it, is still repeating because I refer to it. But how do I make a phrase out of these two sentences? When I say phrase, in French, la phrase is really a communication that is composed of more than one sentence, so it's two or more sentences. And if you follow me, so do follow me, stay close, and you'll find out exactly how to use the structure of the sentences, the many sentences, how to break it, how to make it easier, how to work for you, how to make it work for you. So, I want to remind you that the transcript of the French part of this video will be in the conversation group, Joëlette Conversationalist. Oh, sorry, this is my dog. Hopefully she's gonna... Okay, she stopped. And I'm going to put the link in under the video for you to get the transcript from the group. So the way to create one phrase made of two sentences and not having the sentences separately, which it's okay as long as you're clear, you can create this communication using more simpler sentences, and I really recommend that for the beginners. But if you want to play a little bit with it, and if you want to experiment, then you can actually put them together and it's going to sound, Je vois un livre qui est sur la table. And here is the word qui. Je vois un livre qui est sur la table. I see a book that is on the table. So the word qui in this case really is replacing the subject. So if I look at the sentences that now I have combined together, I have two sentences that are combined together. Je vois un livre is the first sentence, and the second sentence is qui est sur la table. Now the word qui is really replacing the word livre. I don't want to repeat it, and so I'm going to replace it with qui. So it's a pronoun, right? Because it's replacing a noun. And in this sentence, qui est sur la table, really qui has the role of the subject. Who is on the table? Qui. Who is qui? Well, I just said in the context is le livre. So because this word key, remember, key always replaces the subject. So because this word key links together two sentences, is called the relative pronoun, because it is a pronoun and it replaces a word that can actually be found is relative to the other sentence in the phrase. A little bit of play with it and see how you can remember it, because it's important. It's important as you learn, and if you learn with books, there are going to be these terms. I have a student who is in the university and now he does advanced French, and because he didn't do any grammar before, to him now it's very difficult to understand the grammatical terms, and so for him it's very important because the teacher asks for exercises, and so if you are using any books, you're going to have these terms. We have to call them somehow. Now, if you are the type of person who makes conversation without too much grammar behind the scenes, that's fine. Just ignore all this and just go by the pattern, but make enough exercises in order for you to get the pattern, so that you don't need to memorize anything else. It's just gonna sound right at a certain point. So it's not gonna be anymore that time that you need to think about it. It's just gonna sound right, and so that's okay too. So I don't think that any method is better than the other. If for you, you are working better, you memorize better and it's more fun, whatever, to make conversation without much grammar, that's fine. You can do that too. If, however, you are working, going through the books or any other places, websites, where you have exercises and they call them, relative pronouns, then you have to know what they're talking about. So this was it for me, from me tonight. I invite you to the immersion retreat in Paris. I am planning to go, and I wonder who's going to come with me. My immersion retreats are one-on-one, so you're going to have 1 week with me of conversation, 7 days of conversation, and every time I did this, depending on everybody, depending on the level and how tired you get, you can have up to 8 hours a day, and some people really like it even more. I mean, once you get used to it, it's hard to then, and it's a good place, being immersed, everybody's speaking French, hopefully, if you don't go into two places that are too touristy and there's just English spoken around, or German or whatever language, but being there and listening to French around you, and then that kind of inspires you to keep on the French, and then you'll see how easy it can be. So thank you so much for watching this video. I invite you to come on Monday to watch the next video, and on Sunday I'm going to have a great webinar, and if you would like to know more, please go to parisianfrench.com, and you'll find out first when the webinar is going to be and what is the topic. Thank you so much, merci beaucoup, et à la prochaine. Au revoir.